Have you ever looked at an old coin and wondered if it could be worth something truly extraordinary? Not just a few dollars, but hundreds, even thousands? Today, we're uncovering the story of three of the most elusive and valuable coins in Australian numismatic history. First up, the 1973 Australia Elizabeth II 1-cent coin with no mint mark. This isn't just another coin. It's a piece of hidden history. A copper treasure that has stirred excitement among collectors for decades. What makes this small, brown coin so special isn't just its age, but a missing detail, the absence of a mint mark, that turns it into a mystery wrapped in value. To understand its rarity, let's step back in time. Australia adopted decimal currency in 1966, and with it came the 1-cent coin. Made of bronze and featuring a feathertail glider on the reverse, it was a staple in pockets across the country. But by 1973, a unique variant slipped through the cracks. A batch of coins struck without the traditional mint mark that identifies where the coin was made. The reason for this anomaly remains unclear. Some believe it was a test run never meant to reach circulation. Others think it may have been a small error batch that went unnoticed by the Royal Australian Mint. Regardless of how it happened, one thing is certain: these coins are incredibly rare. Most 1-cent coins from 1973 are ordinary and carry no significant collector value. But when a coin surfaces without that mint mark, it tells a different story. It tells a story of rarity, of curiosity, and of incredible demand. This isn't something you find every day, and that's exactly why collectors chase it. Over the years, very few examples of the 1973 no mint mark coin have been found in mint condition. Many went unnoticed in circulation, worn down, or lost forever. Those that survived are often scratched, faded, or corroded. But when one emerges in high grade, especially uncirculated, its value can shoot through the roof. Imagine holding in your hand a coin worth $500, $1,000, or even more. In fact, a pristine example of this rare 1973 variant has been known to sell for up to $5,000 in numismatic auctions. Yes, a single 1-cent coin turned into thousands. That's the kind of discovery that excites collectors around the world. The value isn't just in the metal, it's in the rarity, the backstory, and the thrill of the hunt. This coin symbolizes how something so small can carry so much meaning. It represents a moment in time, a mysterious slip of history, and a golden opportunity for those lucky enough to spot it. For those who collect coins, there's something magical about finding that one piece everyone else missed. It's about more than money. It's the chase, the satisfaction, the possibility that you're holding a piece of Australian history in the palm of your hand. Many treasure hunters and collectors now scan every 1-cent coin they come across, hoping to find that elusive 1973 edition. And it's no wonder, the coin has gained almost legendary status among Australian numismatists. Online forums buzz with sightings. Auction houses wait eagerly for a new listing. And private collectors are always watching. It could be in a box of old change. It could be hiding in a coin jar that hasn't been touched for decades. Or it might just be in your pocket right now. That's the thrill, that this rare and valuable coin might be closer than you think. And the best part? You don't need to be an expert to spot it. No mint mark under the Queen's portrait? You just might have something incredible. And if the condition is sharp and well preserved, the value multiplies dramatically. Coins like these remind us why collecting is such a rewarding hobby. It's about stories, value, and sometimes pure luck. But for the 1973 no mint mark 1-cent coin, luck is only part of the equation. The rest is knowledge, knowing what to look for and acting when you find it. So, take a look. Search your drawers, your piggy banks, your old collections. Because one coin, this coin, could change everything. Not just for your collection, but for your story as a collector. It's rare, it's real, and yes, it is truly valuable. Next up, the 1975 Australia Elizabeth II 1-cent coin with no mint mark. At first glance, it may look like just another coin from decades ago. But for those who know its story, this coin is a symbol of rarity, of potential, and of rising value. In numismatics, Even the smallest design detail can be the difference between a common coin and a highly collectible prize. Australia's 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 when the country transitioned to decimal currency. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the reverse of the coin features the graceful feather-tailed glider, a native Australian marsupial. On the obverse side sits the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. But something curious happened in 1975. A number of these coins were minted without any mint mark. Now, that missing mint mark may not mean much to the average person, but to collectors, it's a beacon. Mint marks tell us where the coin was made, usually at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. So when a coin is found with no mint mark, it instantly becomes a mystery. Was it an unmarked test strike? Was it a limited run? Or perhaps an error that managed to pass through undetected? Whatever the reason, the result is a coin that sparks excitement and curiosity. The 1975 no mint mark 1-cent coin is not just rare, it's a numismatic riddle. Very few of these coins exist in brilliant condition today. Many were lost in circulation, damaged through handling, or melted down when the coin was withdrawn from use in 1992. Finding one in top condition is like discovering a needle in a haystack. And that scarcity is exactly why this coin is becoming so desirable. In recent years, collectors have begun to pay serious attention to early decimal-era coins, especially those with unique traits or missing elements. The 1975 1-cent coin with no mint mark checks every box. It's old, it's hard to find, and it has a story. Currently, these coins are trading hands among private collectors and online markets for prices ranging from $1,000 to $6,000, depending on condition. But the real magic happens when one appears in pristine, uncirculated state. In that case, it has the potential to command prices as high as $20,000 or more in the right auction setting. And the future? Even brighter. As fewer of these coins remain in good shape, demand will continue to grow. Coins that are already considered rare tend to become even more valuable as time passes and collectors compete to complete their sets. It's not just about owning a coin, it's about owning a moment in history. Every year that goes by without a new batch of these coins being found increases their rarity. And with the rise of digital collecting, coin valuation tools, and global auctions, the visibility of coins like the 1975 no mint mark 1 cent is only getting stronger. That's the beauty of coin collecting. You never know which piece of history might skyrocket in value tomorrow. What seems ordinary to some is a hidden gem to others. And for those who hold onto the 1975 1-cent coin today, the future could be extremely rewarding. It's a reminder to us all, never underestimate the power of a small, copper coin. Especially one that carries with it a mystery and a legacy. These coins are not just currency, they are artifacts, relics of a time when craftsmanship and chance collided in the minting process. If you're lucky enough to find one in your possession, protect it. Store it in a safe, dry place. Get it graded if possible. Because what you're holding might not just be worth something today, it could be worth far more in years to come. And for those of you still searching, don't give up. Keep looking through old coin jars, flea markets, estate sales, and forgotten collections. Your next discovery might be closer than you think. And when it comes to the 1975 no mint mark 1-cent coin, the reward is worth the effort. Remember, in the world of collecting, stories add value. And the story of the 1975 Australia 1-cent coin is one of quiet power, hidden potential, and growing fame. It's one of those rare finds that every collector dreams of, and one that more people are now starting to recognize. So, whether you're a passionate collector or someone just getting started, let this coin be your inspiration. Because sometimes, the smallest treasures hold the greatest value, not just in money, but in meaning, legacy, and discovery. Next up, the 1983 Australia Elizabeth II 1-cent coin, notably minted without a mint mark. It's more than just a coin. It's a hidden treasure, a mystery from the past, and potentially a ticket to something far greater. This coin, like others in its series, was minted during a time when the 1-cent piece was slowly approaching the end of its era. Introduced in 1966, the 1-cent coin had become a daily fixture in Australian life. By 1983, however, its usage had begun to decline as inflation and rising production costs began to outweigh its usefulness. But in that final chapter, something curious happened. A batch of coins was minted, but without the defining mint mark. The 1983 1-cent coin typically would bear signs of its origin, a tiny mark indicating where it was produced. But in this rare case, the mint mark was absent. That small omission turned a common coin into a collectible item that is now on the radar of thousands of coin enthusiasts, not just across Australia, but around the world. It is this missing mark that fuels the curiosity and drives demand. No mint mark means fewer surviving examples. No mint mark means error, anomaly, or intentional testing, all of which add layers of appeal to the numismatic story. And that is exactly why so many collectors actively seek it today. In online marketplaces and collector groups, interest in this coin is steadily growing. People are constantly asking to buy, trade, and verify whether a 1983 coin in their possession is the rare version. So how many people want it? More than you might think. Every year, thousands of new collectors enter the scene searching for rare Australian coins. Among them, this 1983 no mint mark 1 cent is high on the wish list. The demand may not be publicly broadcast in headlines, but quietly, behind auction scenes and private dealer conversations, this coin is being hunted. What drives that hunger is the value. In average circulated condition, this coin already attracts respectable offers, often reaching values of up to $2,000. But in mint or uncirculated condition, the price can surge, with top collectors willing to pay up to $2,200 or more to add one to their set. Its value today is strong, and for a coin that cost just 1 cent at birth, that's an extraordinary rise. And this is just the beginning. As time moves forward and more coins are lost or degraded, the number of preserved 1983 no mint mark 1 cent pieces will shrink. Rarity drives value. Every collector knows that. And this coin, already rare, will only become rarer. The direction is clear, value is rising, and there is no sign of that stopping. What makes this coin especially interesting is the timing of its creation. 1983 was one of the final years that the 1 cent coin was produced for circulation. After that, mintage was limited, and by 1992, the 1 cent coin was completely withdrawn. That puts the 1983 coin near the end of a historic run, giving it added significance. The question often arises, why was a batch created with no mint mark? While no official record confirms the reason, many experts believe it could have been an intentional test batch, a minting error, or even a limited release made during transition in minting equipment. These kinds of historical uncertainties only increase collector interest. There's a thrill to this coin, not just in its financial potential, but in its mystery. It's like a forgotten chapter of Australian currency, waiting to be rediscovered. Each one that surfaces feels like a tiny victory for the collector who finds it. For the seasoned numismatist, this coin represents opportunity. For the new collector, it's an attainable yet impressive goal. And for the everyday person who might unknowingly own one, it could be the most valuable object in their kitchen drawer. What truly makes this coin special is its ability to connect past and present. It carries the image of Queen Elizabeth II, an era of stability and tradition, while at the same time marking a shift in the way currency was used, minted, and eventually retired. It's a coin that speaks to change, rarity, and the surprising value of overlooked things. Now is the perfect time to search your collection, your change jars, or old envelopes filled with coins from decades past. Because among them, a 1983 no mint mark 1 cent could be hiding. And if you're lucky enough to find one, you may just be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. So don't wait. Join the thousands who are already searching. Dive into the hunt, and let the 1983 1 cent coin become part of your journey. It's not just a coin, it's a story, an opportunity, and for the right person, a truly rare prize.